Hi, welcome to day 24 of our Intensify podcast series. And today I want to discuss how to power your success with your phone. Yes, you can actually use your phone to power your success. I don't know if you've noticed that our phone appears to be the closest thing to us. In fact, if you're born again aside the Holy Spirit, the next closest thing to you is your phone. It's even closer to you than your spouse. If you are married, you spend more time with your phone than with your spouse. And in this generation, our communication is largely done via our phone. I'm a business person and I'm also a strategist, and I've helped many companies to strategize in terms of their business. And I can tell you today that every person and every company is targeting your phone because they want to rent a space in your head. I'm sorry to use that word. They are working to rent a space in your head. And if you are not careful, you will not even own your head. Everybody must have rented or every part of your head. And this is why this is very important. You need to make sure that your phone is working for you and not working against you. Now, let me quickly talk about 3 things that you can do with your phone so that it starts working for you. And I want to use the acronym ICU. ICU. You must make sure that your phone is your friend and not your enemy. Now, let's start with the high, because as we intensify in this journey of success, you need to make sure that your phone brings you up and not take you down. And if you don't do it proactively, you realize that the phone will make you go down reactively. So first of all, your phone should be the center of inspiration. That's the I, the center of inspiration. Now, to be inspired means to be influenced positively. It means to be motivated. You need to be inspired to take the right course of action. You need to be inspired to excel in life. There was a study that was done by Harvard Business Review, that was published on Harvard Business Review, and they wrote that inspiration has a way of awakening the possibilities within us. It awakens the possibility within us. It enables us to transcend our ordinary experience into things that are beyond our limitation. Its inspiration helps us to perceive our capabilities in a different way. Now, there are 2 main sources of inspirations: the words that you hear, the actions or the images that you see, or the actions that comes to you and that you take. Now, one of the things you can do with your phone so that it becomes a source of inspiration for you is for you to write down your goals and your plan. In fact, anytime you have a thought, anytime you have an idea, sometimes you're having your bath, those moments where you just get a sharp, powerful idea. Don't plan to do it some other time. Quickly grab your phone. Your phone should be close to you. Write it. If it means sometimes I run out of my bathroom to write something and I go back to finish having my bath, because I've come to realize that you may think you will write it later, you will just forget. And that was a eureka moment that was going to make a massive difference. So your phone, you should write those things that come to you. Write the ideas, the plans that you have, the to-do list for the day, and always check it. Now, one other thing that inspires us is music. You need to have good set of inspirational music on your phone. I love what the psalmist said in the book of Psalm 49 verse 4. He said, I listen carefully to many proverbs and solve many riddles by inspiration from an harp. I listen carefully to, it says, I solve many riddles by inspiration from an harp. Can you imagine that? A riddle is a puzzling question. And he was saying, I brought about solution. I brought about innovation. I brought about advancement by inspiration from a harp. You need to do the same thing. You need to make sure that you have the right set of sound from your phone that is giving you inspiration and helping you to solve problems. I also expect you to have audio Bible on your phone. You need to have a Bible reading plan, and sometimes even after you've read, listen to that same that same chapter that you've read. When you listen, it sticks better. You get more inspiration. I hope you know that divine inspiration is the best inspiration, and you must make sure that your phone is working for you, giving you all those inspiration. Whatever God tells you to do, whatever ideas it drops in your mind, even as you're studying the scripture, as you're listening to audio Bible, make sure you write them down. Now, the other thing I talked about ICU, the C is make your phone to be like a command and control center. Your phone is actually already doing that, whether you are aware of it or not. Proverbs 25:28 says, a person without self-control is like a city with broken walls. Imagine it, once you cannot control your phone, then you're like a city with broken walls. Now, in those days, people have to put fences around their houses to guard themselves. But right now, it's your phone you need to put fence around, because the easiest way to get to you is your phone. You can put all the security around you, but somebody can reach you through your phone. And one of the things you need to do to make sure you control your phone and you control yourself is by turning on the right notifications. Make sure that if you can, you don't put on so many notifications or even turn them off completely. This means that you are not being controlled from outside, but you are being controlled from inside. The phone is not pulling you. You decide when you want to go and check the phone. Not that the phone is just every small thing, check me now, check me now. Something pops up, it's saying check me now. So the phone is always calling you, is always drawing your attention, is always pulling you, and you are not in control. That phone is actually running your life. So you need to be in charge. You need to decide and tell the app that don't alert me. I will come. I know when to come to you. I know when to check my status. Now, your life is measured by your time and your impact. I love what Robin Pierce once said. He said, there is no such thing as lack of time. We only have lack of focus. Many people are not focused because on social media, for instance, they've left it open-ended. You should not leave it open-ended. You should define how many hours you spend. My phone tells me the number of hours I spend on the phone, and sometimes I'm alarmed. But when I look at the details, I notice that, okay, many times I'm doing my business transactions on my phone. Except you are sending emails, doing transactions, you see all this going to social media, spending hours there, looking at people's profile, looking at people's pictures, looking at people's smiles. Come on, it's life that you are wasting. The most expensive currency in the world is your time. And you need to be very mindful on how you spend your time. So you need to make sure that the phone does not control you. For instance, my phone has been on silent for over 15 years. In other words, it doesn't control me. I know when to come to it. And if it's ringing, if I look at it, I can easily, know what I need to do next. Except something is very critical, or it's for your business or for your ministry. I will advise you to engage with your phone during your break time. Maybe you can work for 3 hours and take a 30 minutes break. And maybe work for another 3 hours, and during lunchtime, you can look at your phone. Then when you're going home in the evening, you can also be checking your phone when you are very tired, not when you wake up very early, when you are fresh. That's when you are checking your phone. Come on, that's not the best way to use your phone. Also, you can use the calendar app to set reminders on what to do and when to do them. That is the kind of notification you should turn on, where the calendar is prompting you, okay, it's time for this, it's time for that, it's time for this, it's time for that. That one, you are making sure that is being used as a good command and control center. And then the last thing I talked about, ICU, that's the inspiration, command and control. The next is the university. Your phone should be a university center. A university is an institute of learning at the very highest level. And I believe that your phone can be that. Brian Tracy once said that if you read 1 hour a day by your chosen profession, in 5 years you'll be on top. I'm sure you heard me say that many times. Now, whatever you are doing, there is a better way to do it. There is a better way to do it. There are 2 ways to win in life. You either do things better or you do things differently. There are 2 ways to win in business. You either do things better or you do things differently. Now, you can use your phone to learn ways to get to do things better and also to get to do things differently. See how your phone can help you to learn more. Watch videos that will inspire you to know more. Every week you must be learning something. Every week you must be improving something you already know. So I want to say this before I go today. Be careful how you use your phone. Some people, I see them just going to check people's status. You are checking everybody's status. You can't spend your life that way. Listen to this. The devil understands battle. And in battle, if you cannot disrupt somebody, you distract them. I think many believers, God has shielded them from disruption, but they are heavily given over to distraction. They are heavily given over to distraction. They are doing everything, checking every status. Proverbs 14:3 says, guard your heart with above everything else, for it determines the course of your life. Now, one of the easiest ways to your heart today is your phone. And you need to make sure that you guard it. I can tell the way your life will end up when I see the way you are using your phone. Your phone is very important. You need to make sure it is a center of inspiration, a good command and control center, and it is a university center for you to learn at the highest level. I hope this has really blessed you and this has really inspired you. Make sure you take action today and decisions about how you will use your phone differently. And don't forget, there are a lot of people that need this information. They are dying today, but they don't know that their phone is killing them. Their productive life is being spent checking statuses and moving around from pages to pages. Send this to them right now. Don't just put it on your status. Send it personally to them. Take this link and forward to several people in your contact so that they can be blessed and they can also guard themselves and prepare and protect their hearts by protecting their phones. I'll see you tomorrow. If this is your first time listening, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you. Bye-bye.